One of the other areas about infusing across touchpoints is really moving the social customer experience as a priority from department to department inside your organization. Well, one of the challenges we've seen across a number of customers is how do you move these experiences consistently across organizations, and how do you enroll different executives and different teams in the same mission to make this happen? By doing that, content can then be found across the life cycle, and all the different organizational departments are behind helping your customers do that, which creates ultimately this integrated social customer experience that I was talking about. Well, one of the companies who started in marketing and has moved into the support area is Aruba Networks. So tell us a little bit about, I mean, you've had a great year of experience with this community and gotten a lot of activation inside the Airheads community. Tell us a little bit about what the strategy was when you launched it from the marketing angle.
Sure. So first of all, Aruba Networks, who are we? So fundamentally, we're in the business of connecting these guys to the business. We do that with Wi-Fi. So we're in the business of selling Wi-Fi to businesses. We're also focused on how we can then deliver security to all these devices. There's this huge trend out there now, and I always joke around when we come into work every day. We're in Sunnyvale, beautiful Sunnyvale, California. We turn south and we give thanks to Cupertino, which is headquarters of Apple, because what Apple triggered was this huge trend towards, it's called BYOD, not bring your own beer, it's bring your own device. And the bring your own device phenomenon across businesses of all sizes essentially means that you get a new iPad for Christmas, an iPad mini for Christmas.
It's my son's, actually. I stole it for this.
Of course,
so, yeah.
of course.
They own every electronic device in our house.
Yeah, and you know, it's this trend, this prosumer trend, where the consumer is bringing their device of choice into the business world, right? This happens so quickly. And the people we sell to, you can probably tell from the video, we sell to networking engineers, we sell to IT managers, we sell to the folks that tend to be rather technical. And this whole IT community, over the past 20 years, what they learned and what they knew was how to build networks and how to secure networks for the plug-in world. Who knows what an RJ45 cable is, right? So fundamentally, you have an entire IT community that has built things for a fixed world. And then you see these dynamics where, you know, 5 years ago, 98% of all the end computing platforms that businesses use were Wintel-based laptops and devices. In 5 short years, that number's down to 50%, and that's been, what's the other 50%? Apple devices, mobile devices, Android, et cetera. So this tsunami has taken place where our customers that we have to sell to, they're really armed with the technical expertise for yesterday's world. When you have this kind of massive shift over to this mobile world, well, all of a sudden, instead of knowing how to build a fixed network, you have to understand Wi-Fi. You have to understand RF technologies. So that's our challenge is we're selling to folks that candidly often get a better salary because of their yesterday technology certifications.
Interesting.
So Aruba had a very robust training and certification program. Day 2 on my job at Aruba 2.5 years ago, Dominic Orr, my boss, the CEO, came to me and says, I want you to build a multiplier effect. I need you to drive technical advocacy in the market amongst our customer base, our reseller partners, the engineers there, and then also the technical experts, the best-in-class folks we have within the company. Okay, figure it out, get it done, right? So our opportunity then and what we drove, the vision that we started with, was let's develop and let's launch a community. Let's find the right platform to do it on that connects those three, the employees, our customers and our partners, and let's help them connect the dots between today and tomorrow's technology requirements, and that is wireless technology, security, and mobile device management and application management. So a lot of things have gone really well with our community, right? And we did start with this marketing first, right? We have a user conference just like this. We just had a month ago in Vegas. We bring them together. We used to go around the road. We used to road show all the time. By building up this community, we're seeing this great multiplier effect with technical people solving technical challenges and problems for each other. And that's been the most gratifying part of that. I'll tell you the one challenge we had over the past year is how do we get the best and brightest engineers within our company to look and view the community as part of a habit, part of their day job, right? And so what's our killer app, right? So our killer app is one that's very obvious to many people in this room, but that is customer service and support. We didn't start with it that way. Customer service and support for the networking industry tends to get pretty wonkish. It tends to get a lot of hands-on, right? You know, send me your code base here. Take a look at this. Did you debug this particular product in this area? So there's a lot of hands-on interaction back and forth. We felt it was imperative, selfishly, to get that employee engagement, to take not just knowledge base or top-level FAQs and start to build that into our community and integrate it, but take our entire first level of customer support and deliver that exclusively through our community. Simply put, that's not done in our industry, so I feel like we're being pretty bold on that one. It's a bit risky, right, because the customers are used to a very heavy, high level of touch for the customer service.
I think we have a graphic that describes some of an infographic describes some of the success you've had here in your first year on some of that.
Yeah, absolutely. In the first year, I mean, my favorite one there is the bottom one, almost 800,000 minutes spent online by a user. Right. Over the past year or so, because I did the math and I think it's more than a year. There isn't that many minutes in a year. But we saw that really boost up, over 7,000 posts by a user. But I think we're just scratching the surface. If I can add, and if we as a company can add how we engage to help solve our customer problems, and most importantly, if the community can start solving our customers' problems. We have a huge spike in best practice solutions that the community endorses, right? That's what the whole program is about. We're seeing early now, it's early days with our e-support effort on Airhead Social, as we call it, but already we're seeing a lessening of the load in terms of what I call first level technical issues and the like. And often, the guy who's posting almost 800,000 minutes of community time so far, many others are starting to help solve those problems for customers. It saves us money. It frees up our best and brightest engineers to solve the more detailed challenges that customers may have when you're building these networks to handle all these devices flying in. And it's very promising on that.